Hey, welcome back to another doujinshi review from White Album 2. Today we're going to be reviewing a very beautiful art doujinshi. This is written by Jeckyll and Hyde, one of the more well-known doujinshi artists from White Album 2. So let's take a look. Now today it's going to be focused, of course, on Koharu. It's very, very cute, very well drawn. So Jeckyll and Hyde, you can kind of see down here, presented by Jeckyll and Hyde. They're known for doing a different doujinshi for every single girl from White Album 2, including the side heroines. And this one is incredibly well done. This is not an exception. The title here is a little bit inappropriate. This is Sugiura Koharu's, and then they call her a female dog. You can imagine the big B word. Weekend. So that's that. This is a White Album 2 unofficial fan book. It is rated 18 for adult only. We are only going to be reviewing the safer for work parts, so do not worry, we won't let you down. So beautiful artwork as usual. Do love the full color. The cover is very thick. It's on thick, more expensive feeling paper. Because Jeckyll and Hyde is so well known, a lot of these were produced. So if you're interested, you can probably get your hands on one of these relatively easily. So let's go ahead and take a look at Koharu's Weekend. And you can see this is their view from outside of Haruki's apartment in the game. And if you guessed that, good for you. So we start out, Koharu ends up coming over to Haruki's place and is thankful and just keeps calling him senpai over and over while giving him a hug. It's such an overused trope in Japan, the whole senpai kohai, because he's a little bit older in years than her. So she ends up coming over because she needs to study. Is the premise of this. She needs to study for some exams, and they have donuts. So, very simplistic reason for a doujin, but, you know, sometimes simple is best. So they're studying. Of course, Koharu needs to pass the entrance exams to get into the university of her choice. And this is a very, very stressful period in Japan. Anytime there's entrance exams involved, it's very intricate. It's a lot of studying that needs to be done. So she's worried there. So are these pictures. So grades in Japan are posted publicly for all to see. And so this is an example of a posting of who can actually get into the school. And sometimes they're listed by student number, which is forgiving, but not always. So you'll see them in big, big sheets like this, and you have to kind of search for your name or number there. So through all the studying, he ends up giving her a donut, and she does complain a little bit because she doesn't want to get fat. But Haruki's so nice. He doesn't even think about things like that. He's not very in touch with his feminine side or feminine instincts, so he doesn't think about the things like that. Reminiscing on sort of some of the things they've been through, although that's only in Koharu's mind. And she's really thankful. She feels a lot more confident and a lot more ready as far as the studies goes, and is very, very thankful to Haruki for this. Just looking at the art, though, it's extremely well done. The shading is a lot more detailed compared to a lot of White Album 2 doujinshis, so I do really appreciate that about Jeckyll and Hyde in general. So Haruki ends up picking up one of these donuts, and immediately Koharu says, "Wait, I wanted to eat that one specifically." Which is cute. It's like a child. Like, they don't actually want something until someone else has it, and then immediately they want it. So Haruki offers to feed her a bite. You can kind of see where this is going. It's adorable. This is a very food-based doujinshi, which I think is cute. And then he continues feeding her different donuts, and she no longer thinks about getting fat because she is so happy and distracted with these tasty treats fed to her by Senpai. And Haruki starts getting a little bit embarrassed because of this display. She looks kind of like a dog. And eventually they end up kind of sharing a bite of the donut. And this is about as far as we are going to review today. You can imagine what probably takes place next, but we will move on to the end of the book because there is some beautiful art here. So, after all the hanky-panky, so we see Koharu here during the part-time job at Goodies in her waitress uniform, and I love it. It's so very, very cute. It's adorable. It looks like an omu rice here, which is a typical diner food. It's like ketchup rice covered with egg, and then some ketchup on top is what I can imagine that to be. Maybe some meatballs around. So very good art. Even though it's black and white, it's so detailed. I mean, even there's just the shading on her shirt is well done. And this is what Jeckyll and Hyde is really known for. And then Koharu coming to Haruki's apartment, still dressed in her school uniform. She has her school bag over her shoulder. And it looks like maybe she did some grocery shopping or brought a snack. So super, super adorable. I love this, and I love Koharu in general, so this is a fun read if you are a Koharu fan, or honestly, if you're just a White Album 2 fan in general, I highly recommend completing the Jeckyll and Hyde collection, if nothing else, simply because it is so well done. And then next in the series, we do have Mari-san's Doujinshi by Jeckyll and Hyde. So we have the afterword here. Publication by Jeckyll and Hyde Makoto. You can find them on their website. They do have email, Twitter. This was printed in 2012. And then you can also get to the Doujin Circle website here at shippo.co.jp. And then, of course, the warning that everything, if you click pretty much anything here, it's going to be 18 plus. And then the back, White Album 2 unofficial fan book for adults only. Jeckyll and Hyde. So, thanks so much for joining me today on this doujinshi review with Koharu. Looking forward to doing more White Album doujinshi reviews in the future. So until then, I hope you take care. See you!